they're constantly giving you the fish, right? And they're dependent upon you not being able to know how to fish. The question I get a lot is, why do you do this? What do you get from it? What's in it for you? And if people really understood what I was trying to do, then they would understand what's in it for me, because there's definitely something in it for them too. And that is, well, I recognize that we all live here together, right? I have to share space with, I don't just share my house with my partner and my girlfriend, right? But I share the community with these people. I share my offices and clinics with people. We sit on the train with one another. And if everyone kind of got this or had this kind of help and wasn't so dependent upon all these, these institutions, I guess, then we'd certainly we'd experience a lot more freedom, which is what I want. I want freedom. And maybe it's presumptuous to think that that's what other people want too. But it comes down to I've heard this, everyone's heard it, right? The old adage, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. Well, I've read that differently by, I forget the woman's name, but it was brilliantly written. And the reason I liked it more, because it talked about like purpose, like what my purpose was. And it was, give a man a fish and in an hour he's hungry. Teach a man to fish and you do him a good turn. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do a good thing that I know will benefit people and that they will express freedom. And when I look at I'll say, the current prevailing institutions that almost, I would say, have the strongest influence on our mind, those three would be definitely religious institutions and spiritual, like some of these spiritual practices and stuff, institutions. There's also formal academia, right? These are professional schooling, formal schooling, professional academia. And then lastly, and sometimes one of the most intrusive, is the ruling institutions, and that can be of like any political ideology. And what those three have in common is that they have a very clear interest in making sure you don't know how to fish, right? They're going to provide you the fish, the spiritual salvation, right? They're going to give you all the science and evidence that they deem appropriate for you. They're going to rule your life for you, right? You see, they're constantly giving you the fish, right? And they're dependent upon you not being able to know how to fish. They want you always coming to them for the fish, so to speak. I'm using the fish a lot in this example, but it's important, right? You see what I'm getting at, right? It's so, many of those institutions, they actively seek out, how do I say it, ways to harm or eliminate anyone trying to learn how to fish, right? Because it's in their benefit and their vested interest, right? So, and I would say too that the magnitude of their efforts to keep you from learning how to fish is directly related to how morally bankrupt they are, right? That's how I feel. And that's why I do this, so that we can be freed from those three institutions.